if your Amazon backend data was not set up straight, it doesn't matter how big, how beautiful product, what is that you have, you're not going to grow faster actually. So that's where, when it comes to a launch, these three components are most important thing.
Welcome to Built Online. I'm Cody McGuffie, and this podcast is all about one thing: building the business of your dreams. Selling art, teaching classes, starting a blog, launching a brand, whatever your passion is, we show you how to turn it into real income. I created EverBee to help anyone with a dream start and scale a business.
EverBee.
We now serve over 800,000 creators all across the globe. On this show, we bring on real entrepreneurs who've done it. They share their secrets, they share their failures, the exact steps that you can take to get started. What if you can get one golden nugget out of today's episode, and it's the breakthrough that takes you from just dreaming to actually living a life on your terms? At EverBee, we believe that every human is a creator, and every creator should own a business. Colin, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Great. How are you
Awesome,
doing?
man. I'm great, man. Super happy to have you too. You'd be the first product launch expert that we would have on the podcast, actually, for Amazon.
Really? That's amazing. Oh, well, I'm okay. All right. We got a lot to talk about it today.
Yeah, we do. We've talked about Amazon SEO. We've talked about like Amazon getting live on Amazon, why you should go from your site, why you should consider Amazon as a strategy, as a channel.
Mhm.
But we haven't specifically talked about Amazon product launch. Not specifically about that. And I think it's a
deep subject, actually. Not a lot of people encounter how in deep it is. Most of the places they talk on a very surface level, but because people get confused and also they don't want to go deeper. Nobody wants to. Yeah, happy to dive in, man.
let's do
Let's do
it.
it. Yeah.
Let's go to maybe I'll use this as an example. Maybe today we can talk about Cody, myself, like maybe 10 years ago when I had a product.
Mhm.
And I had a product in Amazon. I sold on Amazon FBA,
Mhm.
and it seems like everything wrong when it comes to like my first product launch.
Of
I thought I
course.
knew what I was doing, of course, but you don't. You quickly realize you just don't know. And the second one went a little bit better. Third one went a little bit better. Eventually, tech kind of took my passions, and I kind of ran with technology and software and stuff. But I still own that, or I used to own that Amazon FBA brand for until last year, I think. So we owned it for a while, and it was a great brand. It wasn't a big brand, but it was awesome. But I never launched more products after that, and mostly because I knew that it was going to be hard to launch it, and I didn't know how to do it properly. And so personally, I would love to learn about the product launch strategies and what you recommend.
100%. I love that one, actually. For sure. I'm glad to enlighten, open up a lot of doors actually for you once you know that this is like you're a software guy, you're a SaaS based guy. Once you know that it's just a data, to understand how launch works, it's not about like hacks and tricks. Then you're gonna go crazy, and then you want to launch more products at that point.
I love that. Cool. Well, let's jump in, man. Tell us a little bit about your background, maybe like for 30 seconds about how you
All
got
right.
here.
So basically, started Amazon in 2014 and 2015 after reading the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, and then I find like whatever I have done is so stupid. I have to change my life, and I read the book. The Rich Dad was introducing math, the amazing seller mission, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay for that, but I can do this one. Spend 19 hours a day after my work, actually, after 9 to 5 job, and started it. Build the two seven-figure brands from the scratch. Um, Lost 3 years ago in the path. What is the purpose and searching for all the things, and help one of my friend to bring back his struggle period. At that point of time, I found I started sharing everything what I have done for him. That gives the purpose of like so much joy of like sharing, and then I'm being vocal about. I've been talking about this for everywhere, how to do launches and how to do whatever I know. I've been started sharing everywhere. Last year alone, we did like close to 150 product launch, completely straight. Pretty successful. Finding a way to make the data speaks for your launch, not just a hacks and tricks, what I mentioned before. That's a quick.
Thank you for
So
that. No, 150 product launches, for goodness sakes, that's a lot. And those are all for other brands, like your clients, I guess you could say.
that is correct. That is
Perfect.
correct.
How many brands like was that like total, you think? How many different
The
companies?
total of like maybe like 15 to 20 brands actually.
So 10, so 10, 10,
Yeah,
5 to 10 products each brand on
five, 10
average.
products each brand actually average. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is in the Amazon world for anyone that doesn't sell on Amazon that's listening today. That's actually a lot. That's a good amount of products for because a lot of people sell on Etsy that are listening
Yeah.
to this, Colin, and there's a lot of people that sell on Amazon, and of course too. But for the Etsy sellers that don't know about Amazon yet, product launches they you kind of want to do them right because it's more expensive. It's usually about $3,000 to $5,000 per launch, considering inventory and the launch strategies probably. Um, and so you don't do as many product launches as you would on Etsy, where you launch sometimes 10 products in a day, 100 products in a day. So because there's no cost hardly.
There's no cost on it, but the Amazon is like a huge cost of launches. Usually, launch cost typically between 15 to 30,000 dollars
Oh, is that
per
right?
launch. Yeah, but you will get that money back in like 3 months back actually. And after that, you just have to keep monitoring, maintaining the product. Actually, that's what it works at that point.
Beautiful. So let's maybe take a step back for a second and focus on let's say I sell on Amazon already, Amazon FBA. I have two products already live on Amazon. They
Mm-hmm.
generate some revenue, and it's a fitness brand. Yeah. And let's say we sell foam rollers, we sell, just basically anything that you see in a gym. Essentially, that's what we
Okay.
focus on. And we focus on that. And I want to launch more products,
Okay.
but I don't know how. I launched my other two products, and they're successful moderately, but we never like really. They're not like big high volume products.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to continue to expand my catalog and basically 10x my Amazon business over the next maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, I already I already know how Amazon FBA works. I already
Mm-hmm.
know for the most part, like how SEO works, and I understand Amazon ads and PPC and all this stuff at a general level. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to launch a product with intention and to make sure that I win. And I know there's a way to make sure that I win, but I don't know that way. So can we start there?
Sure, yeah. The first step for a product launch is like finding the amazing problem, amazing product. Actually, first of all, so what do you mean by amazing, right? So the first thing, if your product was like one among the 30 people, and you don't even notice that that's your product, that's the biggest red flag on your product. First of all, so you fail by selecting that product. Actually, basically, so you better have some level of differentiation or some level of changes in your listing or images to making sure that your product launch will be successful. That's the 50% of launch will be done if you did that one right. Right. The second thing, basically, let's divide it into break it down into small pieces. So Amazon, it's a very closed system. It's not like you're running a traffic from everywhere. It's getting a traffic from here and there, and you're measuring the traffic. You're running ads here and there. Actually, not like that. It's a very closed system. People come to Amazon to buy product. They look for product. They search product. They click product. They add to cart product. They wish list and they share and then buy and then they go actually, right? That's the whole ecosystem of Amazon. If we can divide this part into three things: one front end, other one is back end, the middleware is there actually completely. We need to identify why somebody is really buying your competitor, not yours. That's the first part, right? How you can do it? There are a couple of tools available, like a product opinion, right? You take a look at put that in your pooling process completely and find out why somebody's buying your my product and why somebody's buying your competitor product, and find out those information, break it down into pieces so match
Which
exactly what it is actually
which
completely.
tools like are the best ones out there? I know Jungle Scout was
Right
big
now,
and then Helium 10.
no, not it's a product opinion on IntelliV. There are two tools available. I use product opinion a lot.
Okay.
So you break it down the front end. So now you know exactly what it takes to to identify why your competitors are really winning. Is it our prices? It's our reviews? Is it like because of the images? What's the reason? In the back
Product
end,
opinion. Okay.
I'll send you the link actually. I have like a I can get you like 100 credits actually, whoever signed up, and then I can get you that one as well.
Cool.
I know the founder very well. The,
Is it Appanino or is it? I'm just looking on Google here.
it's basically like a product opinion. Let me check. Product. Yeah, it's Pinion, a product Pinion.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll link to everyone if you're listening to this. We'll
Yeah.
link to the show in the show notes. Okay, keep going.
So first we'll find out that information. So the first one is gone actually. The second one is like a backend, which is backend is basically like all the keywords and every single aspect of it, the keyword. Well, how many keywords they acquired, how many keywords like all the top 10 competitors acquired, and if somebody is like selling like 1,000 units actually, how many keywords he acquired. If they're selling for 2,000 units, how many keywords he acquired. If you're going for 5,000 units, how many keywords he acquired. So Amazon is all about acquiring how many keywords you acquire for your listing completely. So if you find out like a 10 people, you can able to find out, okay, if you rank for these 20 keywords, you can able to make like 1,000 sales, right? So now we have the front end data, we have the back end data completely, and with the middleware is basically your Amazon nitty gritty, which is like browse node, product type, and all the information actually, um, which is like basically attributes, refinements, and every single thing in the middleware completely to making sure that I'll put this analogy like this, right? Let's say you have a Ferrari, right? It doesn't matter how fast you can, it's how fast the engine can drive if the road is not straight really great, if the roads has like a bump and dumps and everywhere actually, it doesn't matter how powerful engine you have, you're not going to drive fast.
Hmm.
Amazon everywhere is like that. If your Amazon backend data was not set up straight, it doesn't matter how big, how beautiful product, what is that you have, you're not going to grow faster actually.
Mm.
So that's where when it comes to a launch, these three components are most important thing. In the middleware component, you can able to copy just like what is your competitor, match everything whatever is required completely, very easy. But the front end and back end, it's required a little bit of work. Once you have these three components, you're ready for a launch at that point.
Okay.
So that's where you start with the launch process first.
Okay. So you check these three things off the front end, the middleware, and the back end. Now it's ready to go. Now, first of all, is that something that you would help brands do, or are they expected to have this done before they even get to you?
No, we help brands to do that one. So we take through the whole holistic approach. We don't like just like, oh, I'm gonna rank your keyword. That's not what we do. We take like a holistic approach of like why this is happening, why your product are not selling really good. So one of the brand we recently launched, which is like one of the product we recently launched, which is like went from 50,000 to $465,000 a month actually in a 3 4 months jump. I'm talking about by
Amazing.
strategically placing everything in place with like identifying. If you don't know, see, here's what they say, right? If you don't know where you are, and then you're not going to know where even if you know that where you're going to travel, you're not going to able to get there because there is no way that you can get there because you don't know where you are. You are in
Hmm.
like a super desert, and you are like want to go for like a Las Vegas, and then want to go for like a casino, and I'm like, how are you going to create a roadmap if you don't even know where you are?
Hmm.
So the first step to know is like where we are and what is the problem, and then we fix the problem. So that's
Hmm.
what they say. Like the best way to solve the problem is like identify there is a problem actually.
Hmm. Get clear on actually what the problem is. So that way,
Yeah, kind of
if
like.
beautiful. Okay, so check. I come to Colin, and I'm like, hey, I want to launch this fitness towel. Okay,
Mhm.
it's a fitness towel, and you're just like, okay, cool. And then you basically put us through the system, which is what we just talked about: front end, middleware, back end, and now it's basically okay. Now we understand where you are, what the problem is, what people love about your product, or what people should love about your product, and what people why they're or what they're not even seeing, and they're looking at competitors. And then you have basically all the information that you need. Now, what's
Yep.
next? What's the next step?
The
What would you
next
do?
step is like making sure your front end is optimized really clear. So you take all the information. Either go to like 99 design or go hire like a bunch of any other designer, actually give it to them. Okay, this is my pooling, this is my competitor pooling, this is why my competitor is winning, this is why I'm now winning. Can you come up with like a front end image like really crazy? So why I love about 99 design is basically, you get like a ton, if you put up like a $400 bid, and you get like a 200, like 200 entries actually completely like
Mhm.
crazy. So I take that information and run the pool again and ask them which one is you really like it actually. So I select like top 10 and then put it in the pooling process again, which one you like and why. So then we'll take the top one and then we run it with again a competitors actually. Then we will find out which one is the better one to go for. So then we know, okay, anybody seen my listing, my competitor listing, I'm the one who's going to get clicks a lot actually, right? So that's the first step, what we do optimization process completely,
And that's the
right?
first. That's the first main. Basically, the main image. That's what you're talking
The
about
main
here.
image actually. And
You're not
also
necessarily have. Oh,
and also stack image we do it later, but
okay.
the main image is the most important thing. Why? Because when it comes to Amazon launch, on the first week, 2 weeks of period, Amazon required a lot of searches actually. You're not con- you don't They don't care about the conversion. Of course, in the later point it comes to a conversion. The first 2 weeks you can rank keyword just by getting a traffic in your listing completely.
Mhm.
And if you don't have the conversion later, then you will gonna fall down completely. But to get there, you just need more clicks, you just need like a little bit of sales for the purchase intent keywords, and then go for it actually. That's
Because
what.
if you can't get the clicks, then you're certainly not going to get the conversions because you need the
Exactly.
searches first.
Yeah, the
Okay.
search is first.
Okay. So now I have that. Now you have that. Now we have this the main image. It's designed. It's like wow, this is a great Amazon main image. Then what?
The next step is like identifying what are the keywords you need to be focused on. So Amazon right now, the latest algorithm, it's called EQR model. Basically, it focus on purchase intent keyword completely, right? Amazon don't want, this is based on our understanding and also our test actually. Amazon don't want like anybody who just comes and then like browse put up like a browse keyword. There's two types of keywords here. One is like a browse keyword, other one is like a purchase keyword. The browse keyword is basically somebody's like coming and then typing garlic press and then looking for, they don't know what they want literally. So they want specifically like, oh, I want stainless steel garlic plus with the cover and everything. They want like a more purchase detail intent that what they want actually basically, right? So they're going for that. So we divide it into what are the keywords what we need to be focused on right now to get to a minimum sales on the first 2 weeks of period of time. So we take those keywords and divide it into two different groups actually. One, a group by keyword, another one is like a semantically mapped keywords. So group by keyword is like, for example, I would say cell phone cover actually. So I'll go for like all the cover, cell phone cover, which is like, oh, silicon based cell phone cover, highly protective cell phone cover, and I group it by keyword actually. The next one is like basically like a semantic mapping. Semantic map it, how it does work, like when it comes to a material, the material has like a multiple elements of cotton and all the things. These are semantically mapped inside completely, right? So right now, that compared to 2017 and right now, you don't have to index for all the keywords. You index for one keyword and you get like a 30 keywords you can automatically rank for it at this point.
Hmm.
So we divide it into this space actually and then build the phases actually. So we say phase one, phase two, phase three launches, which is like each and every phases will have like a 7 to 10 keywords straight. When you have a 7 to 10 keywords, so on that 10 days of period, we push a traffic to that 10 keywords to make sure that we rank that one in a 7 to 10 days period of time actually.
And
Like that.
tactically, what are you doing with these 7 to 10 keywords? Are you putting them in the back end, right? Where in the back end of the metadata, I guess you could say, or and then you're also putting them in the front end of the title, and then also kind of towards the top of the description. And then is that kind of where you're putting this? Is that what you
Okay,
mean? You're
whatever
optimizing for
you
these?
talk about, it's a relevancy model. What we had 2000 up to 2021, a period of time.
Hmm.
Right now, we are something called dynamic re-ranking model in the Amazon search actually, which is basically you don't have to have all the keyword in your listing to rank. So what do we do is like basically we prepare that one into listing with all the algorithm, basically like NLP model, which is semantically keyword, and the EQR model. We prepare the listing basically not to build a keyword, to build the experience actually on your listing. So Amazon goes into like more towards the experience, what they want to give it to the user, and they want each and every sellers to be focused on a specific buyers actually. There are totally like seven types of buyers there. I mean, on top of my head, I would say four right now, which is like a value buyers and like a seasonal buyers, gift buyers, and professional buyers. Each and every people looks for different things. For example, professional buyers, they don't care about the pricing actually. They want, what are they getting? Are they getting the quality that what they want? They are technical people, they want like a in more in detail. But when it comes to like a value buyer, they don't care about, they're like, or they want like a maximum out of their buck. If you're buying the speaker, they're thinking about like, can I get the cover out of it, can I get like travel elements out of it? It comes with the charger and everything, the combination of stuff, that's what they like actually.
Mm.
So you prepare your listing based on the what audience you want to serve it to actually. If
So you're
not,
like we're talking about like using the language that a professional buyer would care about, right? And basically just you
yeah,
start not necessarily keyword stuffing or anything like that. It's mostly just talking to that audience in a way that they
specifically
would like to
speaking, that is correct.
hear. Mm.
You focus on in such a way that you're speaking to that audience in such a way that, oh, this is what I'm looking for, and they going into your listing. You know about like a Google oh damn, the word is not coming out right now. So so in the Google, the one of the major problem that people won't able to rank, because when they click on the somewhere in the links actually, they click on it, they go into your listing, they go in your search page, and they go out immediately. Bounce rate, right?
That's
If the
right. Yep.
bounce rate is so high actually, you're probably not able to rank the keyword in the Google. Just like that in Amazon, if somebody click on your listing, they are not spending good amount of time on going through your EBC and the listing and all the things. They consider to be a bounce rate, and then they put you down like crazy. So
Mm.
how can you build an experience for Amazon? So that's exactly the next step, building the listing in terms of like taking those keywords, building the listing for an appropriate audience, and build the experience for the audience specifically
Mm.
you're serving for, right? So now your front end is done based on the keyword. Now you're going for a middleware, which is basically like Amazon attribution, Amazon refinements, and Amazon browse notes, product type and item type. All these data are mapped very clear actually at that point.
Do
So
you
then,
recommend like any
yeah.
like giveaway challenges or not challenges, but like giveaways to like boost ranking at first, or is that not really a thing as much anymore in Amazon?
No, see, okay, there is a level of keywords there. So we called keywords from complexity 1 to complexity 5. Some keywords you just put it in your listing and you can able to rank. Some keyword you need to run external traffic to rank. Some keyword you need to do a external traffic, you need to do like a PPC to rank. Some keywords you need to do the giveaways plus external traffic plus all the things to rank.
I
Some
see.
keywords you need to build the relevancy to rank. So there is a level of it actually. So you need to bracket your listing or your keywords, how which level you need to take it to rank your keyword.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not a product launch anymore in Amazon. It's basically like a keyword launch at this point.
Interesting. Do you, with those 150 products that you launched last year, how much of those were giveaway? Like, did you do any giveaways for those specific products, like
We
for
have
certain
been,
keywords?
we did like a couple of external traffic, and we do like a couple of their own audience giveaways process actually. We've done giveaways in
But
terms of like,
it's not the main strategy for you. It doesn't sound like.
it's not the only strategy. It's not the
Okay.
Sometimes we do like a Facebook ads, run the ads, and then do the like discounted audience things actually. But the whole process is like bracketed. Once you so for example, recently we launched the product. We've been doing the PPC launches like crazy, right? We're seeing the keywords are now moving really well. Once the phase one is completed, the keywords are now moving. We did the external traffic, we moved a little bit, and we did like the external giveaways actually, in terms of like run the audience traffic, actually give them a discount to purchase the product, actually the deep discount for purchase the product. And then we started moving to like 35 position to fifth position actually at that point.
Mm,
Right. So not making a decision out of your head, make a decision out of your data.
mm.
That's where you can turn left and right actually very easy. Not like not like, okay, there is no one way street of going and launching the product here actually.
Yeah, that's eye opening for me. Just because I haven't sold on Amazon for many years,
Yeah.
actively at least. And so the thing when I was building our Amazon brand, it was one, I was young. I didn't know much about doing
Yeah.
it, but I was under the impression that pretty much giveaways, like product launch giveaways, were like was the only strategy, really the most effective only strategy. And that's when like ManyChat and like you would have to get so creative with like Zapier
Yeah.
and like have to do all these things, which I'm sure still exist. But I was under the impression that that was the only way to do things in
No,
order
it
to like
was
make.
before 2016, 2017. You just do like this called they have like a basic matching algorithm actually at that point. They have a machine learning builder in 2016, 2017 actually at that point. So basically, you take one keyword, do like a blast, like 100 giveaway or 200 giveaway for the
Yep.
next 7 days. It automatically ranks. Not anymore actually. It doesn't
Yeah, I
work.
didn't think so.
Yeah, and you don't want to spend that much money as well. You don't. We don't do that one. It's you. You have like a brand analytics data. You have a search query performance data. You have other tools data like a data dive and helium 10 data, and you have like a PPC data, more clear, very well directional keywords data, and you know exactly how much each keyword can make sales. Yeah, so basically you have all the data to make a proper decision in terms of like, okay, how many keywords, how many sales each keyword brings. So if you want to make like a 20 sales, you know what are the keywords you need to make. That's how bread and butter basically, like we can able to tell, okay, if you want to make a 40 sales, how many keywords you need to rank for? Or there is a room for 40 sales. How many keywords, how much you're going to spend for this launch basically to build the 40 sales at this point. So it's a data. It's all about data, and you know about what I'm talking about. Is like if, when you do like EverBee, like basically like you know that the criteria of like it needs to match, and if you match the right criteria and you launch the product, it always gonna work actually.
Absolutely. It makes us, it gives us a lot of confidence to move into a category, to a new product, to do anything. I think it's a good transition time. It's already flying by so quick, to move into rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
100%. Yeah, let's do it.
What's your favorite business book?
Um, I'm more towards something when your mindset is taken care and your business will be taken care for yourself. I like the book called something called Untethered Soul. Uh,
Unthreaded Soul.
yeah, Untethered Souls. Why? Because it's led me to control my emotion, taking care of my I'm not dealing with my inner my mind.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with my all my professional ability to make the decisions. So that's one of my favorite book. And also I like the Nike
Shoe
the
Dog.
yeah, Shoe Dog. It's a very amazing book. Those two books I will always recommend.
Mm,
Recently I jumped into one of the book called Super Becoming a Supernatural by Joe Dispenza.
hmm.
That's an amazing book actually, I would say. Yeah.
Awesome. And by the way, the first book was, for anyone that didn't catch it, was The Untethered Soul: The Journey Beyond
Until
Yourself.
that is correct, yes.
Beautiful. What's one thing that you wish that you knew before starting your business?
I mean, it's again going back to the life actually. It's a business and personal life experience actually. You're gonna have a hard time, but you're gonna survive out of that, and you're gonna grow much bigger. So they said your comeback will be much bigger than your setbacks actually.
Mm,
So when its comebacks comes, when your setback comes, be ready and be joyful, not being sad and depressed, because most of the time we always look for bad things not to happen, and when it comes it we hit hard. But when we look back, every bad things happen, we step up 20% higher than in a regular time actually. So I look for times that where I'm like things are getting hard, then I know that when I'm growing at that point.
I
So
love
look,
that. I love that. What's the worst advice that you've ever received about business?
the worst advice I receive on the business. No, it's just it's. I mean, the worst advice is like listening to my mind actually, like 'cause listening to your guts. Of course, you can, but I'm talking about like it's more fun when you have the data in place. Actually,
Mm,
it's like go with your guts, do what you're supposed to do. Actually, but I'm talking about like sometimes we don't know how to differentiate between the guts and mind. Actually, so if you know it, it's good. But I'm talking about like I don't know how to differentiate it. Like I
mm,
had a very hard time to differentiate what is my gut feeling and also what's my mind feeling.
sure.
Right. So now then I moved towards the data. Like I'm not making decision out of this. I'm making a decision out of the data. So then I don't have to be there. My team can able to take care of it completely.
Well, how would you define a creator? Who is a creator to you?
Creator created in a way that in talking about the universe or like
Anything? Yeah. Who is a creator? Is it a content creator, or is it everyone? Every single person is a creator, or is it like, hey, we're all creators? No, like we're all in it.
okay, the
We're all
creator
creating.
for me it's like I'm a very big problem solver. I'm a very big and um so I believe in entrepreneurship. It's the only place that is going to solve the problems in the world. Anybody who try to solve any problems and come up with the better solutions, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is. They are the creators of this world actually.
I completely agree with that. And I think I already know the answer to this question because you just kind of said it. But who do you think should be a business owner?
One of the strong belief. I'm not a very book student. I'm very dumb in my class. I fail my test. The one thing I learn out of that is basically it's like okay, I go prepare for my exam, but I still fail. And I know that when I'm gonna fail and I prepare for my next exam actually. The resilience I'm talking about like the what do you have is like basically I build it like a never give up attitude actually. It does not gonna nothing is gonna stop me that who I am. Nothing is gonna stop me where I'm going to go. It doesn't matter what comes actually in my way. If it's a wall or whatever it is, I'm gonna break through. I'm not gonna pass through. I'm gonna break through and then thrive and thrive actually. When you somebody asks like any kid, anybody has an attitude of like no, I'm not giving up on this actually, and they are like a best fit for like what because they are the best people who's going to be like go 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 against the tradition and never like going to be when I was a kid I'm just like if I took something I dismantle my cycle and then put it back by myself. Like I don't even know how that works actually, but I sit and then night by night and try to figure out how to do it, and then I clean and I put it back. So I seen any kids, anybody who has like a never give up such an attitude, they're gonna go far beyond their ability. I think they are more powerful and they are more dangerous.
Hmm.
And they're gonna be like go further in their life actually.
I love that. Colin, where can people find you and work with you, follow along your journey, learn more about you?
Sure. Yeah. You can follow me in my YouTube channel, Colin.Raja. You can connect me with me in the Facebook, Colin.Raja. So I'm super active about like talking about the latest algorithm. Latest I have done multiple case studies. If you guys want one of your case studies and hit me up and I'm happy to share for sure.
By the way, for anyone listening to this or watching this, we'll link to Colin's all those links that we talked about today on the show notes in the description below. Colin, appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on and
Thanks,
sharing
man.
your knowledge, and
Thanks.
excited to connect soon.
100%, man. Thanks for having me and thanks for amazing question. It's a rapid fire is really great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
man. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Thanks you. Take care.